Ann Coulter is mad at Trump for not taking the furthest possible right-wing position on immigration. And she made some comments on a radio show about this. Listen carefully to what she says at the end here.
We have made as clear as we can possibly make it. We want less immigration. Stop dumping the third world on the country. 3 times Congress, and I mean Republicans, have conspired in the dark of night to try to pass amnesties. All 3 times it was shut down, not by a major media outlet, not by one political party or the other, but by the American people finally getting wind of the amnesty, calling in and shutting down the congressional switchboards. It is always a winning issue, and you would think, we just put the most utterly implausible character in the White House because of his stance on immigration, which everyone was screaming bloody murder about. No, these are the winning issues. And for Trump to abandon what put him in the White House, despite the Access Hollywood tape. He could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue, but if he thinks this is a cult of personality, yeah, I'm sure there's some segment of nuts out there who just love Trump the persona and, oh, he was so great on The Apprentice. But that isn't what won him. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, the industrial Midwest. If he continues down this path, well, I guess there's 3 options. There's the organizing the death squads for the people who ruined America, because there will be no more hope. There's I guess the other possibility is to, well, I don't think anyone would mind him being impeached. What's the faction opposing that? And then at least we'll get Mike Pence. But in terms of saving America, maybe a third party.
Wow. Number 1 on her list was organizing death squads. I think she's kidding. I hope she's kidding. But Anne, come on, you gotta be better than this. You have to know that you have a lot of genuine white nationalist alt-right followers who are serious about that kind of stuff. And you casually organize the death squads. No, stop. That's reckless and wildly irresponsible. And there's a decent chunk of your audience that's gonna go, yeah, death squad. Oof. In fact, there was a story from just yesterday I saw. Came out in Raw Story about how there was somebody who infiltrated the alt-right movement and was at a bar with one of the leaders in the alt-right, and the guy admitted it. He's like, yeah, no, we want to do a genocide, and we want to put Hitler on money like Mussolini and like Alexander the Great, and he's going to be viewed in the proper light as a great conqueror and not as some sort of uniquely monstrous person. So these people exist, and Ann Coulter's feeding them. And then furthermore, look, what she says about Trump and immigration, that's just not totally accurate. So, immigration and Trump's kind of open bigotry was appealing to 25 to maybe at most 50% of his followers, where they voted for him because of his xenophobia, because he says, let's ban all Muslims from entering the U.S. and let's deport all undocumented immigrants. And you go down the list of the stuff he said, bring back nationwide stop and frisk, which 99% of the time yields nothing and overwhelmingly cracks down on minorities, which is, taking away the Fourth Amendment rights of minorities. You just look at, I'm just going to search you because I want to search you. And whoa, look at that. It always happens to be somebody who's black or Hispanic, and then it almost never yields anything. So it's just, some people supported him because of that stuff. But there's a lot of people who overlooked that stuff, even though they said, I don't really agree with that, because of the anti-establishment stuff, because of I'm going to stop outsourcing jobs, I'm going to stop the stupid wars, let's rebuild everything here at home, why are we wasting our money rebuilding places where they don't even like us? So he said a lot of that stuff, which I think really is the thing that put him over the edge, because he got a lot of former Obama voters in the Rust Belt, which was operative in flipping the election for him. So maybe 25 to at most 50% of the people who supported Trump voted for him because of that hardline anti-immigration stuff. But that wasn't the key issue which, made Trump president. Probably the more important one was the anti-establishment stuff and the economic populist stuff. So she's dating herself a little bit here with, that's the main issue that everybody cares about, and And she's mad that Trump, there were reports that Trump is backpedaling on DACA, and that's yet to be seen what will ultimately happen with DACA. He literally didn't know what he was doing when he signed it. I mean, that's been proven now after the fact, where he learned afterwards, like, oh, this is the impact of what you just did. And he's like, oh, yeah, maybe not do that. I don't know. So it's yet to be seen what he's actually going to do with DACA. But suffice to say, Ann Coulter is butthurt that he's not like 100% saying, we're going to deport 800,000 people who've been here since they were kids, when less than 1% of them are criminals and over 90% are employed. So she's just a loathsome and weird character, and I would advise her to please tread lightly on the death camp talk